Children, today we are going to learn about menstrual cycle. The rhythmic series of changes that occur in the reproductive organs of female primates is called menstrual cycle. It is repeated at an average interval of about 28 days. The first appearance of menstruation at puberty is called menarche. The menstrual cycle has four important phases: menstrual phase, follicular phase, ovulatory phase, and last luteal phase. Let us see all these in details. First one is the menstrual phase. The menstrual flow results due to breakdown of endometrial lining of uterus and its blood vessels that are discharged through vagina. The unfertilized egg and soft tissues are discharged. It lasts for 3 to 5 days. Second phase is the follicular phase or proliferative phase. The primary follicle in the ovary grow and become a fully mature Graafian follicle. The endometrium of the uterus is generated due to the secretion of LH and FSH from anterior pituitary and ovarian hormone estrogen. It lasts for about 10 to 14 days. Third is the ovulatory phase. Rapid secretion of LH leading to its maximum level during mid-cycle called LH surge. It includes rupture of Graafian follicle, thereby leading to ovulation. It lasts for only about 48 hours. Fourth, the luteal phase or secretory phase. In this phase, the ruptured follicle changes into corpus luteum. It begins to secrete the hormone progesterone, which is essential for maintenance of endometrium. If ovum is not fertilized, the corpus luteum undergoes degeneration and this causes disintegration of the endometrium leading to menstruation. Estrogen and progesterone levels rise during this phase. It lasts for 10 to 14 days. During pregnancy, all events of the menstrual cycle stop and there is no menstruation. The menstrual cycle permanently stops in females at the age of around 50 years. This is called menopause. Next is the fertilization. The process of fusion of sperm with an ovum is called fertilization. During coitus, semen is released by the penis into the vagina. It is called insemination. The motile sperm swim rapidly through the cervix, enter into the uterus and reach the ambulatory isthmic junction of the oviduct. A sperm comes in contact with the zona pellucida layer of the ovum and induces changes in the membrane to block the entry of additional sperms. The enzymes of the acrosome of sperm help to dissolve zona pellucida and plasma membrane of the ovum, and sperm head is allowed to enter into the cytoplasm of the ovum. Ultimately, diploid zygote is produced by the fusion of a sperm and an ovum. Next topic is implantation. Zygote divides rapidly by mitotic division as it moves through isthmus of oviduct towards uterus. This is called cleavage. As a result, 2, 4, 8 and 16 daughter cells are produced, which are termed as blastomeres. Embryo with 8 to 16 blastomeres is called a morula. The morula continues to divide and transforms into a large mass of cells called blastocyst. Blastomeres in the blastocyst are arranged into an outer layer called trophoblast and an inner group of cells attached to trophoblast cells called inner cell mass. The trophoblast layer gets attached to the cells of the endometrium and the inner cell mass gives rise to the embryo. After attachment, the cells of the endometrium divides rapidly and cover the blastocyst. So the blastocyst gets embedded in the endometrium of the uterus. This is called implantation, which leads to pregnancy. Next is pregnancy and embryonic development. The cells of the trophoblast differentiate into an inner layer and an outer layer. The outer layer is called the chorion and forms the chorionic villi, which are finger-like projections that grow into the endometrium. An intimate connection is established between chorionic villi and uterine tissue. That is, chorionic villi and uterine tissue become interdigitated with each other and forms a structural and functional unit between the developing embryo and the maternal body called placenta. Functions of placenta. There are three important functions for a placenta. First one, provides nutrition to the developing embryo. Second, removes carbon dioxide and waste materials from the embryo. Third, it acts as an endocrine tissue and produces several hormones like human chorionic gonadotrophin, human placental lactogen, estrogens and progesterone. In later phase of pregnancy, hormone called relaxin is also secreted by ovary. During pregnancy, levels of other hormones like estrogen, progesterone, cortisol, prolactin, thyroxine, etc. are increased several fold and are essential for supporting fetal growth, metabolic changes in mother and maintenance of pregnancy. An umbilical cord connects placenta with the embryo that helps in the transport of substances to and from the embryo. The inner cell mass of blastocyst develops into 3 layers. The outer layer called ectoderm, the inner layer called endoderm, and middle layer called mesoderm. Inner cell mass contains cells called stem cells, which have the potency to give rise to all the tissues and organs. After 1 month of pregnancy, the embryo's heart is formed. By the end of 2nd month of pregnancy, the fetus develops limbs and digits. By the end of 3rd month, most of the organ systems are formed. Appearance of hair on the head and fetus movement is observed during the 5th month. After 6 months, the baby is covered with fine hair, eyelids separate and eyelashes are also formed. By the end of the 9th month of pregnancy, the fetus is completely developed and is ready for its delivery. Next is the parturition. The average duration of human pregnancy is about 9 months, which is called gestation period. The act of expelling the full-term fetus from the mother's uterus at the end of the gestation period by the vigorous contraction of uterus is called parturition. It is induced by a complex neuroendocrine mechanism. Parturition signals originate from the fully developed fetus and the placenta, which induce mild uterine contractions called fetal ejection reflex. This triggers the release of oxytocin from the maternal pituitary. Oxytocin induces stronger uterine muscle contractions, which in turn stimulate further secretion of oxytocin. Stimulatory reflex between contraction and oxytocin secretion results in stronger and stronger contraction, which leads to expulsion of baby out of the